Pim Test Kitchen is based on the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp, where you can see that Pim particles can shrink just about anything and grow just about anything. And how do we apply that to familiar food with unusual sizes? Again, shrinking problems, growing solutions, food innovation meets science here at Pim Test Kitchen. I do love the panini sandwich. I've had one just about every single day. Worth it. Not only is there some impressive technology here at Pim Test Kitchen, but now you can have mobile order for all these locations, including Pim Test Kitchen, Shawarma Palace, and Pim Tasting Lab. And not to be missed is Terran Treats. This is where the collector finds himself to be an eccentric chef also. He can create something flavorful. He has the sweet spiral rations or the cosmic cream orbs. Quite the treat. Watching the guests come in for the first time will be a moment that I'll never forget, because I'm looking forward to the guests' smiles. I'm looking for their head shakes, like this can't be real. I mean, to me, that's the big win. If we can do that, awesome.
We are back with one of my favorite things ever at Disneyland, and that is always the food. We're here today with Chef John, who's the culinary director of the Disneyland Resort, and he's got a spread in front of us that you are not going to believe. It's big, it's little, it's crazy. I want to hear more about it.
We are standing in front of Pim Test Kitchen, and it is a place where we are shrinking problems and growing solutions that you might be familiar with, right? With the use of the Pim particles, we'll be able to do some fun things. I mean, we are scientists, Dusty. Just remember that. We are scientists.
The lab coat, I see.
But we take our fun serious. The food is playful and it's imaginative. Where the story began is actually this pretzel. When you walk through the restaurant, you'll see the quantum tunnel where they're shrinking and growing these pretzels. And it all started with that. And if we figured if we can start with that simple experiment, we could grow and shrink other unique items. So this is our quantum pretzel, a sharp cheddar and beer cheese dipping sauce. Of course, the classic yellow mustard on the side.
It's bigger than my head.
We do have a second shareable item. It is our buffalo-style atomic pretzel.
So a smaller pretzel.
Yes, you could share, but certainly
so is that buffalo chicken on it? What is that?
It's a buffalo chicken, the classic blue cheese. You have the ranch, you have the spicy hot sauce over the top, and it's actually dill pickled carrots, fresh celery, and then celery seed there. So lots of layers in the food here, Dusty. As you move over here, you can see one of these iconic dishes right here in the middle. This is an experiment that we are really proud of. This is the Impossible Spoonful. It is an enlarged meatball, the micro meatball. There's actually two different sizes of pasta in there.
Quite two different sizes of meatball.
Yes, yes, and you can barely tell there's micro basil over the top. You know what's great about this dish? 100% plant-based. We actually offer one for the adult research candidates. These are not guests, these are research candidates.
So even the cheese is plant-based on
100%.
So it's vegan?
Yes, 100%.
That's great.
Yep. And we actually offer the same thing for our young scientists over here. In the end, we actually have the mini pasta and Impossible meatball marinara dipping sauce, two different sizes of pasta. You might have had something to eat here already, did you?
I have, I really love it.
Was it the not so little chicken sandwich? Is that
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It just looked too incredible not to try.
Did you have a good time trying to get your fingers around that tiny bun and that large chicken?
I had to give up and use a fork and knife.
It's okay.
I'm a wimp.
No rules here, right? That's the cool thing about experiment. No rules here, okay? But you did, I hopefully got to taste those two different sauces, the mustard slaw there. One of my other favorites, though, is the panini over here.
I'm hearing wonderful things about this.
Well, you know what's great about this? You have layers of cured meats. You have a sun-dried tomato jardiniere spread on the inside, provolone cheese, pressed, caramelized on the outside, arugula salad. And look at the garnish that just seems like it's, again, it's a little pixel. A little shrinking there, a little shrinking there, yeah.
Little pepper, little pickle.
Yeah, one that's really fun for the young scientist. You actually have the PB&J experiment. This is jelly on the inside and this reformulated peanut butter that the scientists get to actually spread onto their own bread there, make their own little experiment.
So the peanut butter is in the Petri dish.
That's correct.
That's clever.
Yeah, isn't that clever?
Oh, kids will love that.
This is the Pim Tasting Lab. There's cocktails, beer cocktails, there's wine. And you notice that this mini beer steins ranging from the seltzer on one end to the stout on the other on this oversized ruler. There's, again, lots of options.
Is that
there.
the way it's actually served?
Yes, and that's yours to take home with you then.
Nice.
And all these classic cocktails and beer cocktails are served in these beakers that kind of brings you back into the story. When Tony Stark brought the Avengers down to this shawarma joint down the road, He brought them to this place where they're having this new savory wrap. On the inside is this spice rubbed, marinated chicken, slow roasted. Tucked inside this wrap is a garlic sauce, and then you have on the side, you have a coconut yogurt, lemon sauce that you can pour into the wrap, or you can dip into it. Classic shawarma for heroes on the go. But if you're looking for something a little more interesting, here at Shawarma Palace, you have the Impossible Victory Falafel. Now, I personally find this one to be quite competitive with the chicken shawarma. I know the owner would be proud of either one of those, as seeing what's down here. This is a classic falafel with Impossible, crispy cauliflower on the inside, hummus in the same dipping sauce. This happens to be, what? 100% plant-based.
Even though it's plant-based, a lot of people say, well, I don't want it, it's vegan. It's delicious. You wouldn't know that it was plant-based necessarily. It's just good food.
Thank you. That means a lot. And honestly, that's what we're trying to get guests to understand is that, or will understand, that both are great offerings.
Yeah, lots of interesting spices, really a great dish.
And authentic. You can head over to Terran Treats. Now, if you're familiar with Tavan, the collector, he has this unusual collection, and he's really working his way to entice more Terrans to his fortress. With these Terran Treats, you have a cosmic cream orb, which
it looks like a rock.
Yeah, well, it does it remind you of maybe what the Infinity Stone? When you look inside, there's the Power Stone on the inside. On the inside is this sort of purple whipped raspberry cheesecake mousse. Yeah, it's delightful. Honestly,
had me
delightful.
Cheesecake.
Yeah, and then again, the collector doesn't always know exactly what the Terrans want, but he's heard there's something that they like. It's called a churro. So he's created this sweet spiral ration. Now you look at it and think to yourself, well, what is that? It's like a cosmic snail, if you will, kind of rolled into a circle, and then it's dredged in sugar, but it's actually, the flavor it's a little different. It's pineapple.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not going to recognize that by just looking at it thinking, no, that's pineapple, but yeah. So
it's a clever twist on a churro.
Well, like I said, the collector is he's still trying. He's doing his best, yeah. But that's a great treat to have any time of the day also at Terran Treats. Well, this, Dusty, I would recommend is to share, but maybe you won't. It's the Choco Smash. If you do like dark chocolate on the outside, it has nougat on the inside, peanut butter, white chocolate mousse, peanut caramel, and then on the very bottom is a brownie. You're not interested? No, not for you?
John,
you want 6 of these to go?
I'm never going to leave.
Yeah. Thank you. That's this again, the Choco Smash here at PYM Test Kitchen.
Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to dive into more of this food and come and join us here at California Adventure and the beautiful Avengers campus.